2023 summit is going to be 4 parts. You have the part. So I'm using the summit as well to model for you authorpreneurship. This summit is based on this book, Authorpreneur Secrets, Write Fast, Publish Affordably, and Generate Lasting Income. So this book was turned into a podcast called the Authorpreneur Secrets Podcast. We have the Authorpreneur Secrets YouTube channel, which is my C. Ruth Taylor channel. And then we have the summit. We also have the Caribbean Authorpreneur Secrets Academy, where I work with authors to publish their book for less than $1,000 US. And greetings, Authorpreneurs. This is Ruth Taylor. I am here with this impromptu live, even with the dogs barking, to invite you to come on out to the Caribbean Authorpreneur Summit for 2023. And I just want to give you an overview as to what you can expect. This would be the 3rd staging of the Caribbean Authorpreneur Live Summit. First year, you had access to the interviews and everything was live for 24 hours. Then the 2nd year, you would have had access to the interviews, which is last year, for 48 hours, and then they went behind a paywall. And it was still 3 days, but we had 2 sessions per day, which proved to be more manageable. 2023, we are going to be doing it a little bit different. Instead of 3 days, it's going to be 2 days. So it's going to be the Friday and the Saturday. We have some tremendous author experts who will be sharing. And in 2023, the format will shift a little bit more, as it's going to be a 4-part event. So on day 1, we want to begin with legal deposit and library day, as we look at preserving legacy and how libraries can help us with that. We're also going to be looking at leveraging books, right? So the entire 2-day affair has to do with coming to discover the secrets to leverage books well, to market books well as to build a lasting legacy. What are some of the things you can do to build a lasting legacy with your book? And for the first time, we're going to be having a non-Caribbean author expert who's going to be sharing with us. That's Michael Laurent from the Alliance of Independent Authors, ALLI. This is like the biggest body that supports independent authors or self-published authors across the world. So day 1 begins at 10 a.m. and we're hoping to have an in-person live session. We're in negotiations with the National Library of Jamaica, where you will learn more about the library services, and we hope to also have the Book Industry Association of Jamaica there. But what we want to promote is that wherever you are in the world, that you would seek to take copies of your books and deposit it to libraries. And we're also going to be talking about how you can get your books into libraries internationally and also make money from that, because there is a way to do that. Some of the libraries, you get paid to have your books in them across the world. So that would be at 10 a.m. Friday, January 20, the first day. And throughout the day, we want you to, from 8 a.m. maybe straight to 4 p.m. We would love to even have 100 authors in Jamaica pass through and make your deposit, take your picture, use that for promotion, because what you're doing, you're helping to preserve cultural heritage, national heritage, and legacy. So if you're in Canada, find the National Library in your area of Canada and do a deposit. So we want to do that on the first day. And then in the evening now, we're going to be having the live Q&A, and all of this will be exclusively in the Authorpreneurs group. This is our flagship event. And we're going to be having Diane Batchelor and Gian Williams. And the interesting thing about both these ladies is that their books document their pregnancy stories. And both of these women have been leveraging their books in amazing ways beyond book sales. And Diane, for example, has been able to keep her book alive and thriving after 2 years so far, and she has 62 reviews. So since our interview, the reviews have gone up, and Gian has been doing a tremendous job of leveraging her book. Gian is also a lawyer. Diane is an educator and an AVM advocate, and much more. But she's doing an amazing thing, and she's in Panama, so we have the Caribbean diaspora. Gian is in St. Kitts and Nevis. And then on the final day, we're going to be turning things up with the book marketing and the legacy in terms of estate management for authors. Because most of you, if you should pass away, like some of the members of our group have in recent times, will your book die with you? What do you do about that? And many authors are struggling with book marketing. And this is like a top need for authors. So on the final day, we are going to continue looking at legacy. We're going to be having that's the Saturday the 21st at the 10 a.m. session. We're going to be looking at authors who've been writing legacy books, including Corinne Clark. I think she's originally from St. Kitts and Nevis, and she is going to be sharing her story. She launched 7 books for her 7th birthday, and she's just been doing tremendous things. She was just at the Aliwa Guana Festival in Montserrat. Nerissa spearheaded that, Nerissa Golden. And Corinne, at 7 years old, was one of the speakers, the keynote speakers. So you see what things can happen even for children with books. Then we're going to be having also Thomas and her mom. Her mom wrote her first book and published it at age 90. And we're going to learn what that is all about. And we're hoping to have somebody out of Cuba who is writing their first book in Spanish and English, sharing their family story, because through books you can preserve your family legacy and history and story for the next generation. And that's what we're finding here. And you'll get ideas, and you can come and ask your questions. You can listen to the interviews before and come with your questions. So unlike previous years, we're going to have a podcast playlist with interviews with most of these persons who will be sharing, and not all of them are confirmed yet, so I can't give the names of everybody, but by mid-December we should be rolling out the flyers and the faces so that you will see the lineup for 2021. And then for the first time, we're going to be having a paid VIP marketing and publishing secret session. So everything else would have been free. We're going to have an exclusive VIP marketing session with Michael Laron of the Alliance of Independent Authors. And he's like a guru as relates to marketing. His own YouTube channel has about 40,000 subscribers, and he's written over 80 books. And, you know, he's like the go-to person. He's written the encyclopedia for independent authors or self-publishing. So many of his books are just awesome. So Michael Laron. And in that session too will be Javette Nixon, and he heads a marketing company. And, you know, his first book, From the Margins, came up, but he's a specialist in digital marketing. So he'll be sharing those secrets. And also Nerissa Golden, she is adept in marketing. In fact, she had her visibility campaign earlier this year. And so there will be a 1-hour VIP session where you have to pay to come into this session. That's going to be at 6 p.m., God willing, on the 21st. And with those 3 author experts, so that will be on marketing, book publishing. So you come with your questions, and those who pay will get the link to join that session. And then the final public session will have answering any questions that you would have as we close out the summit. Michael Laron will be focusing on estate management for authors and estate planning. in that final session. Those out, and Nerissa and Javed should be there as well. Nerissa is a staple for our summit. She's just a powerhouse, and we are happy to have her back for 2023, God willing, because we don't know what's going to happen in January, right? But so I'm using the summit as well to model for you authorpreneurship. The summit is based on this book, Authorpreneur Secrets, Write Fast, Publish Affordably, and Generate Lasting Income. So this book was turned into a podcast called the Authorpreneur Secrets Podcast. And we have the Authorpreneur Secrets YouTube channel, which is my C. Ruth Taylor channel. And then we have the summit. We also have the Caribbean Authorpreneur Secrets Academy, where I work with authors to publish their book for less than $1,000 US. And we've had many bestsellers out of that, including Marva Smith, Titley Smith with Time to Thrive, Garfield Robinson, and others. And the summit is the period, and it's going to be a 6-month program. We have a library of resources. So it's like a tutorial site, and everything you need to know on writing, publishing, marketing, and monetizing books. We have a whole library of resources there. On top of that, when you join the Authorpreneur Secrets membership group, you're gonna get access to at least 15 of my 27 books that you can read as part of the bonus. And those who join the academy will have access to the live Q&A sessions from the summit, while the podcast episodes will be free to air hours. The live Q&A, when you meet the authors, ask questions and those things, be gone. And it's going to be $97 US per month. And within a 6-month period, 3 to 6 months, you can publish a book. You can write and publish a book. That's what happens with our authors. And I am the one who is coaching you and guiding you. So you get 2 consultation sessions per month privately. We have 1 group session, and you have the library of teaching that is there, and books and everything you need to know about how to write and publish books well, and how to market and monetize your books. So this is for the Indie Authorpreneurs Facebook group. The summit will be in the Indie Authorpreneurs Facebook group. So you have to join the Indie Authorpreneurs Facebook group. All right. So invite your friends, let them join the group, because it's going to be exclusively in the Indie Authorpreneurs group. Bye.